Welcome to another video on Brand Advice where we talk about business and finance. My name is Bharat, and in this video I want to show you the depot on Scalable Capital, because in the previous video, of course, a lot of you were asking, what's the story with the Scalable Capital depot. So I'm also going to share with you that. So let me start quickly with the Trade Republic account. Here, if you see, I have around 101,800 euros invested in different kind of companies. Tesla is the biggest holding right now. Then I have a lot of monthly dividend companies, for example REITs, or some business development companies, for example Main Street Capital and things like that. So I have a nice mix of both of them. 46% of my stocks are still in monthly dividend companies, and the other 54% is in growth companies generally. And again, like I said, this is my first year of starting to invest, and with the results that I have so far, I'm pretty happy, because I was focusing still on dividend income and just figuring out a way that there is lesser and lesser dependence of me working actively, and that the dividend income can sometime in the future take over. And Scalable Capital actually made it a lot easier, because the nice thing about Scalable Capital is that you can put the Freistellungsauftrag, so the tax-free limit, for 1,602 euros. Unlike Trade Republic, which just allows you 801 euros, doesn't matter if you're married or not. That has been a very annoying feature for me for Trade Republic, and that's why in the future I will be putting more dividend companies also in Scalable Capital. So far, I have Airbnb invested inside with 5,000 euros, so 41 stocks with 65 euros profit this year. And then I have Plug Power. So here I have 3,790 euros with 142 stocks, which is up by 420 euros. Now, the reason I got Plug Power and not the ETF, let's say, you have this iShares Global Clean Energy ETF, and it is really blasting. So if you want to invest in one of the ETFs, let's say for 2021, I think the Clean Energy ETF, it is not going anywhere. It is only going to get more and more growth afterwards, because more companies are planning to go towards renewable energy. Also, with the more incentives that most of the world governments are offering these companies. So this is definitely a nice thing. The reason that I did not invest in the ETF and picked Plug Power, which is the biggest holding of this ETF, is that there is no, let's say, total expense ratio. There is nobody charging a fees for managing that fund. And of course, then I have to read more about these stocks, what is the news and everything, but I find it fine. I'm anyways super invested in what's happening in the finance market these days. So that is not a big problem for me either. For other passive investors, let's say you don't want to think about different kind of stocks and stuff. You just want to, let's say, invest your money, let it grow. For them, ETFs could be a very nice option. And let's say right now the Clean Energy ETF, this is a very nice option. The core MSCI World, the gains for that has been very, very, low. But on the other hand, it also has been very, very stable, and you do not see any kind of major volatility there. So that could be also very nice for you. Another company that I have been putting in my watch list was Enphase Energy, but I already invested in that on Trade Republic, so that is not a big problem for me. There is a very good news for many of you guys. Scalable Capital just recently started a savings plan on stocks. So you can start saving in stocks, individual stocks of different kind of companies, with an amount of as less as 25 euros per month, which is extremely nice. And if you were one of those people who were actually able to sign up during the 25 euro sign up bonus period, you will also see here that the Gutschrift Prämien-Aktion. So 25 euros, it has been transferred to my account. So the nice thing is that I can just set up a savings plan for, let's say, Plug Power. Here you go to jetzt Sparplan einrichten for 25 euros, Sparplan überprüfen, and then you can just activate it. The important thing is that the money is going to get deducted from the Girokonto, so from your current account directly, and you do not have to transfer the money. But this is convenient, because for example in Trade Republic, I always have to make sure that there's enough money inside the Trade Republic account, so that the savings plan can get activated. But here, for example, you can do it right away. Now, about the cost, you have to remember that in the free broker, one savings plan, doesn't matter if it's ETF or a stock, it can be executed completely for free. But for every other stock saving plan or ETF saving plan, you have to pay 99 cents per execution or per trade. A very nice exception there is the prime partners. For example, if you see here, the Invesco, iShares, and Xtrackers, all of these are prime partners, and you will see it denoted with a small p at the bottom. So for these prime partners, you again do not have to pay any kind of execution fee whatsoever. Only when you sell it, I think then you have to pay 99 cents. So that is also like super nice. So far, I'm like super happy with what Scalable Capital has been doing. If you see, they have improved massively from the moment they started. Previously, the order volumes, the minimum order volumes used to be 500 euros. Now it's 250 euros. Previously, the savings plan minimum used to be 50 euros. Now it's 25 euros. And this is what I really like when I see some kind of company taking steps in the right direction. So I'm absolutely happy about it. So let's see like, what kind of new surprises they have for us in the year 2021. Thank you so much for joining in for this video and taking a look at the breakdown of my 8,800 euros right now. Yeah, portfolio on Scalable Capital. If you haven't yet opened your depot, there are a lot of videos I've made about Scalable Capital Depot, along with a nice detailed step-by-step process on how you can open your depot at Scalable Capital, and also how you can start an ETF savings plan. For example, it is pretty simple, just like what I've also like showed you in this video. And I think you should really think about doing it before 31st December as a New Year's resolution, so that when the new year hits, you actually have a lot of motivation to like take this seriously, to see the number on your screen of how much money you've invested in different kind of companies you like or different kind of ETFs. I see that Scalable Capital is really pushing for ETFs because they believe in ETFs as a more sustainable way of like growing your wealth. But again, if you're into trading, you can also like get the prime brokers and stuff where you're just paying 36 euros in a year, I think around 36 euros, and you do not have to pay any kind of execution fees whatsoever, which is nice. So you could also have that. There are a lot of different options that you have at Scalable Capital. So if you're a beginner and you're starting out, you have the basic functionality and also the advanced functionality. For example, the stop functions and the limit functions when you're like executing any kind of trade and things like that. No? But this is what I really believe, like, instead of like just letting your money sit there and like, it's not working for you, it's not invested in a company which is actively working in different kind of projects and stuff. It's just getting eaten away by inflation if you're not investing it. So definitely keep this as a goal for 2021, so that you have that thing in mind at least, so that you're more disciplined with investing, and towards the end of the year you can have some nice returns. Thank you so much for watching this video. Open your account with Scalable Capital with the link given in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.